This Express Training Bites broadcast is brought to you by Promo Plus from PromoCorner. Promo Plus is a collection of distributor tools designed to help you market your business. 4 tools in one dynamic package for just $20 per month. Visit promocorner.com/promo plus to start your risk-free trial today.
All right, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic week out there. I know I had an amazing weekend. I hope you did too. Ready to get going. Had a huge Monday. Let's go through the rest of the day. But while you are watching this Express Training Bites here on PromoCorner's Facebook page, go ahead and take some notes because we're kind of looking into the future here, folks. As you can see, I've got my guest here, Jeff Anderton from Snugs. He is the director of content over there. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Good, Brandon. How you doing? Thanks for having me, man.
Dude, I can't wait to talk about this, man. One of my favorite movies is Ready Player One, and like they put the goggles on and everything's there, but not really there. And you guys have kind of created something like that for Snugs. What's it called? Tell us a little bit about like what it is and how it got started.
Oh gosh, we've been looking into some of these AR, implementations for a while, but we've had to wait. Things had to catch up, hardware and software, and even just the industry in general. But like you, movies like that have inspired me for a long time, and I think the initial inspiration was how do we get product in people's hands faster and more realistic other than, on a 2D flyer, and how do we engage more, which has always been something we strive for, is how do we engage more with our customer base, our distributors, and allow them to do the same. And I think the AR has always been very intriguing to me because it's there, but it's not. And it can be sent over, email or text, and immediately have it right there in front of you, and engage with that product in a way that you can't do otherwise, And video, we've been doing video for a while, and that definitely does the same, has the same concepts, applied, where you can engage more and have a more emotional attachment to that item or that message. And this is just that next step. And we try to stay ahead and find those next things. And I think this is it. And where this is going, where we see AR going, and VR is pretty exciting to us, not just in the basic ways that we're using it now, but which is very exciting. Even this initial launch, I think we're very excited, but where it's going is where I get, I can't sleep at night again. It's like when video started and how excited we used to get about that. But we're in a tipping point, another industry changing technology, I think. And I think it's going to be used in a lot of different ways, initially with just basic product sharing, and especially with all the virtual meetings we're having and ways to send that over a Zoom call. Or, I don't know if you've ever used it, but man, you scan that QR code and that product's right in front of you. And you don't forget that. It's a way to create a unique experience that's different than what we're used to. And that's basically what we try to do on a daily basis, So
awesome. Hey, and if Jeff and I have lost you, we are talking about AR and VR, AR augmented reality and VR virtual reality, right? So they're working on AR stuff, and it's called SwagAR or SwagAR, right?
That's right. Yeah. We try to make something that was kind of, industry specific. And I know, find something with AR in it, and we just wanted to brand it. We're excited because we've never really seen it used in the industry, especially on a larger scale and really implemented and supported. And we wanted to be the first that really could steer the direction of where it goes and how it's being used, and not just be a marketing scheme, but something that's really carries utility and is useful to people.
That is awesome. And did you guys launch it in Orlando or in Vegas?
We had it in Orlando, but the real launch was Vegas. We had, all the codes in the booth, so people could scan it right there and take product with them. We also now have it all integrated into our website. So there's a lot of different ways that we can use this. We've made a deck of cards that has, not just the QR code, but I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
But, the picture of the product, and then on the back is also a QR code right to the information on that product. So literally that product right there, if you scan that, will drop right onto your desktop. And we've got them for all of our products that we've got AR objects created for right now. And we're growing that list. It's not just here we go, but we're every month you should see new items. We're really attacking this, you know?
That is awesome. I bet there's a ton of work, and I do want to talk a little bit more about that, but so that we can kind of clue people in who haven't seen this at a trade show or visited your website lately. I think you have a demo video for it, right?
Yeah, we've got a few just recordings of someone using it, and one we can show here right now if you want.
Awesome. Let's play that.
We've just started getting into AR technology, which is stands for Augmented Reality. We're all about trying to really improve customer experience. What you'll be able to do is send them a perfect 3D rendering of whatever product. If you click this AR button as well, that's going to allow you to you can put it on the table, you can have it sit behind you. They're going to be the future. There we go. Good stuff.
That is awesome, man. Holy cow. Like, I can't.
Oh, Brandon, dude,
that.
I'm not kidding. Like, when you see where this is going, I mean, the stuff I can even talk about right now it's very exciting, but the stuff that we're not talking about right now is what is blowing my mind. And you have to have this stuff, these objects, before you can move to the next level. But it is going to be industry changing. What we'll come out with before the end of this year, suppliers will see it and they'll say, we have to have that, you know, because it's going to make everyone's life so much easier, so much more engaging. Just like with all of our content that we create, the more we do, the more everyone else steps up that bar, you know, a little bit. And this is going to be one of those moments. I believe that the top couple of suppliers who have the resources will start implementing this, because it's not just for the AR, but I don't know if we should get into this right now, but dude, I'm so excited about this. And there's not many people I can talk to about it because they don't get it, you know, yet. But anyway.
I love it. So one of the coolest things, I did actually get to see it for the first time in Vegas. In fact, I think my buddy Danny Henderson came over to the booth after visiting your booth, came over and he's like, dude, have you seen what they're doing at Snugs? I'm like, no, man. And he dropped this little QR code down on the table, scanned it with his phone. And as he pulled his phone up, I could see everything that was there, the table and everything. It did this little quick scan. There was a cup on the table.
Yeah.
And as he moved forward, it got bigger, just like in the demos you guys saw. I experienced that, I'm getting the hairs on the back of my neck are going up again. But like that type of stuff makes me so pumped, because I feel like our industry is always behind the curve. And I honestly feel like this is pushing us in front of the curve now. And you guys have done a phenomenal job over there, man.
Thanks, Brandon. Like I'm excited for it because it really does move beyond it's just not just the wow factor. I mean, it is, and that is why part of the reason it's impactful. But to be able to see the product in that kind of detail quickly, I think is very valuable. The better you understand what that product's functionality is, all the features, and not to mention a virtual sample. What if we could start doing this on a regular basis every day, where you're changing out the logos based on who's sharing it? And I think that's obviously on top of our list to be implemented here quickly. And we can do it now. We're just trying to get it to where it's scalable. There's a process on the back end, but we're first to market with this kind of stuff. So there's a learning curve, but it's worth it to me, because then by the end of it, we really understand what we're doing and we've had time to experiment with it. So,
well, and I can just see it just from being on the supplier side as many years as I was. The spec samples and virtuals, those take time. And they take a lot of time and they take a lot of effort, and there's a lot of back and forth, and you got to shut an entire production line down just to run a few with one logo on it, all of that stuff. This is a way, but the reason we do that is because of that wow factor that a spec sample or an actual sample or something gives you. You get that wow factor times 10 when you can do it digitally and it's right there and you can see how it would work. I'm sure my mind is 30 paces behind yours because you've been working on this for so long. And speaking of working on this for so long, is it just you? Is it a huge team of you over at Snugs? How did you guys get this done?
Well, obviously our entire marketing team, and sales, and because we really need everyone's input. And so we've worked closely together with all the different departments, but I definitely was the one heading this up and pushing it for a while. But now that we're implementing it, obviously our designers and, we need everyone's involvement. But as far as building it out, I've got a small little team that I've put together that are just kind of specialized just on this stuff, because we got to keep all the other stuff going at the same time. We're not shutting down all of our other content that we're creating. This is just in addition to. So, but as we refine those processes, it's just going to become less and less work on our end for sure. But it's been a learning curve. But it's doable, and that's what we've found out. So that's obviously why we're moving forward with it. And I believe as technology improves, so will the time that it takes to make these and the less work it will take. And we've already found, we're already 50-60% faster than we were initially, of course. You just got to learn those ins and outs. But it's there, and we're excited, and we're moving full speed ahead with this stuff, and don't plan to slow down, and as far as I know. So,
oh man, I love it. And you guys have always been the content leaders. I think I called you the godfather of video when I saw you in Vegas, man. And that is thanks, the truth. And then, oh my gosh, I just have to talk about it real quick. And I might actually drop a picture but you posted that picture. Was it you and your brother on the cover of Counselor?
Yeah, that was, Michelle Bell and a project out there in Long Beach. And we're like, let's shoot at the beach. And next thing you know, that was fun. She's so rad, Dude, she's awesome.
Well, you have always been on the forefront of the technology. I remember with Video Farm and all of that stuff. I just thank you so much for pushing the industry forward. And this whole AR concept is absolutely ready. Our industry is ready. We have the technology in our hands. These cell phones are getting super fast and super capable of being able to be a much more powerful tool than just a phone call away. And you guys are definitely pushing that forward. I remember back in the day, our friend Jonathan Irvin, all of us being Colorado boys, right? He ran this thing called Easy Promo 3D. And I remember that.
Remember
that, dude? I remember thinking that was going to be the future. And you've basically taken that and put it on steroids. And,
well, I mean, he was on to something then. I just think it's hard. I mean, I went through it with video too. Yeah. You got to wait till the industry's ready. And not just that, but the hardware. And now that these AR objects are native to our mobile devices, you don't need an application, and that changes everything. Mm-hmm. And we were kind of waiting for this, and the same happened with QR codes, and they're making a comeback because you can scan them right with your native camera off your phone. And there's other reasons. I think COVID and the pandemic has really pushed us to go more virtual. So there's just a lot of things that are now in place that make this a viable solution, and will really become something we use on a regular basis, and then very near future. I believe for sure.
Yeah, man. Well, you're banking on it too, and I'm going to be your biggest fan. I'm going to be over there
right
cheering
on,
like
dude.
Crazy. Where do you see this going? Like, so, I saw it immediately as a virtual and being able to just get that wow factor before the end user orders the product and everything. And obviously you had mentioned earlier that you see more suppliers figuring out how to do this as well. Do you see this being the future or a supplement to spec samples and virtuals and stuff like that?
Oh, definitely. It's going to be a complement to these other things. But I think as we realize and the tools become easier to use and more accessible to people, I don't see why this would not take over. The difference between receiving, a printed or a 2D image, this is just night and day. But right now we're looking at doing the same structure we currently do, which is send them these digital files that have it. But right there on the bottom will be a QR code that they can scan. And that same thing is now dropped on their table or their presentation table or whatever. So you have that in conjunction with these other tools that we're currently having. So I don't see it replacing anything for a while, but supplementing and complementing and making that presentation a lot more powerful than you would have otherwise, and impactful. They're going to remember that. There's no way I don't care if it's just a simple red cup, they're still going to remember that presentation. Yep. And seeing their logo on it, that changes everything too, you know?
Well, and I honestly think our industry obviously is a little bit older in age too. And one of the big scary things when we come up with a new technology is like, oh gosh, are we going to be able to teach the majority of people how to use this? But like you said, this stuff is already built into your phone, the QR code, and it automatically, like, that is just your team.
I can't say we weren't concerned about that either, but at the last show, to see, I don't care who it was, all they did was, scan that code, push the button, and boom, it worked. And even them, they were like, oh, that's easy. I can do that. They're already familiar, and it's very, it's very close to a lot of the ways they use their devices already. All of the ways that you do this, like the scale and everything, they're used to doing this already every day. Yep. So you get them to use it one time, and they pretty much teach themselves.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, we could talk about this for hours, but this is Express Training Bites. Thank you so much, Jeff, for taking time out of your busy day and getting this video put together for us, man. I look forward to seeing all of the products that you guys add. And that deck, by the way, that is a really cool way to get these things out of there, man. Like, that's just
yeah, we're excited. There's a lot of ways we're integrating email and a lot of other things too, but the sky's the limit. This is going to go everywhere.
And so if somebody wants to go and see more about this, do they just go to snugs.com?
Yep. Go to our website, and any product that you'll see the SwagAR logo. If there's an AR object associated with the product, you'll see it on its product page. And we're also making a lot of support pages on how to do it and where to use it and why to use it. So we're not just making it, we're really creating the supportive material to help educate and teach people how to do it as well. So the site's the easiest way to find it.
Yeah, it's so awesome, man. You guys are awesome. Snugs is awesome. And you, the viewers, are awesome for watching this today. Go check out SwagAR from Snugs. Jeff and his team are doing a huge thing over there. And thank you so much for watching Express Training Bites. We'll see you next time.